Welcome to a moment in Black history with the One Stop Podcast and your host, Mika J. Every day is a new day in Black history, and today I want to talk about Black Wall Street. Let's start from the beginning. In 1906, a man named O.W. Gurley, who was a wealthy Black landowner from Arkansas, moved to Tulsa, Oklahoma, where he purchased 40 acres of land, which was only to be sold to colored people. One of Gurley's first businesses was a rooming house, which was located on a dusty back road, and the road was given the name Greenwood Avenue, named for a city in Mississippi. Now, this area became very popular to Black people who were fleeing and escaping the oppression in Mississippi. But before that, there was another guy. His name was J.B. Stratford. He was a Black American entrepreneur too. Him and his wife arrived in Tulsa in 1899. Stratford believed that Blacks had a better chance at economic progress if they worked together, put their money together, and supported each other's businesses. Stratford, he ended up buying a bunch of real estate in the northeastern part of Tulsa. He took that real estate and he subdivided it and sold it exclusively to other Black people. So Gurley and a number of other Black peoples just followed suit. So now everything is booming and Tulsa is thriving. In 1914, Gurley's net worth was reported to be about $150,000. And he was made sheriff deputy of the city of Tulsa. By 1920s, Gurley owned more than 100 properties in Greenwood and had an estimated net worth between $500,000 and $1 million. This equates to about 6.8 and about $13.6 million. Man, everybody was excited. The Greenwood Districts in Tulsa became known as Black Wall Street. Booker T. Washington heard about this and he was like, I gotta stop by. I have to see this. And he coined the name Negro Wall Street. That's what he called it. Many Americans, including African Americans, have moved to Tulsa to enjoy the lavish lifestyle that other Blacks were living, because this was unbelievable during that time, especially in Oklahoma, because Oklahoma was known to have some of the harshest and unjust Jim Crow laws in the country. I mean, on Black Wall Street, there were African American attorneys, real estate agents, entrepreneurs, doctors, and even officers of the law. There were so many Black thriving people there. So what happened? How did we lose Black Wall Street? The rumor is on May 30th, 1921, a young Black teenager named Dick Rowland entered an elevator in the Drexel building on Main Street. At some point after he entered the elevator, the young white elevator operator, Sarah Page, screamed. When she screamed, he ran. The police were called, and then the next morning, Rowland was arrested. Now, it started circulating around town in the city's white community. A front page story in the Tulsa newspaper said that Rowland was arrested for sexually assaulting Page. Now, after seeing the allegations against Rowland, an angry white mob gathered outside the courthouse, demanding that the sheriff hand over Rowland. But the sheriff was like, nah, I can't let y'all do that. And they barricaded the top floor to protect the teenager. Now, this made the angry white mob even madder. They were furious because they wanted to take their matters in their own hands. So there was rumors circulating and flying around about a possible lynching. The city's white community wanted to restore order in Tulsa, so they asked for help from the Ku Klux Klan. And then it happened. On May 31st, shots were fired. Chaos broke out and the race massacre begun. As dawn broke on June 1st, thousands of white citizens poured into the Greenwood District, looting and burning homes and businesses. They burned businesses over the city, over the span about 35 blocks. Firefighters who came to actually help put out the fires later testified that the rioters had threatened them with guns and forced them to leave. According to the Red Cross, an estimated amount of 1,256 houses were burned. 215 others were looted but not torched. 2 newspapers, a school, a library, a hospital, churches, Hotels, stores, and many other Black-owned businesses were among the buildings destroyed or damaged by fire. The crazy thing is that after everything that happened in Tulsa, after the race massacre, all charges against Dick Rawlins were dropped. The police actually concluded that Rawlins had most likely stumbled into Paige or stepped on her foot or something like that. So this whole thing was literally for nothing. Or maybe it was to just get rid of a thriving Black community. You be the judge. Thank you for tuning in to A Moment in Black History, the One Stop Podcast, and your host, Mika J. Stay tuned for more.